for me it's a big stewardship thing. It's about getting kids to take a step forward and do something. So we're going to try and see if I can involve some other classes beyond mine, maybe get our business class and one of our math classes to do it. So I'm going to send a note out. I wanted to field test it first, see what was there, and then move that stuff to them. So maybe we can, I don't know, either have a couple of projects going, but that video that you sent from the States was pretty well put together. Made me a little jealous on their editing techniques. But the fact that he's got it wired where that's that longevity piece. It's not a one shot in the can thing. So you want schools to pick it up and then hold on to it for years, and then just turn it into a legacy piece that I think is really important. So
Robert Thirsk, I know you guys have done microlanding last semester and are making this kind of a habit and a pattern. Do you guys have any new questions or ideas or comments that you'd like to share with our audience today?
So we did the project last semester, and we managed to support 6 projects in 6 different countries. So we're got another group of 20 to 30 people that are working on it, but we're turning it into a legacy piece. I think Kennedy mentioned it probably the best, in that he said that they simply are having troubles meeting the demand. And a lot of that is because quite often these projects, or you do it once and then you kind of put it on the shelf and you move on to something else. So here it's something that they're going to build into part of the program so that it'll be year over year, every year. And the kids will be learning every year. And I mean, your presenters, I looked at the 3 and they basically said, all 3 of your presenters basically nailed it. And we don't have many questions because they explained it really well. They will probably have some a month from now, but so thank you. Yeah, so well done to the presenters, and we'll give it another shot this semester. The program here is based on kind of looking at natural science and stewardship efforts. So the kids tried to stay to projects that worked in sustainable agriculture. So they were looking to help people with getting their crops up and running. They were looking at a dairy project to help with one of the farms there. And then they were looking at some alternative energy projects. So there was a group that were looking to finish a project on getting rid of their wood burning stoves and going to a solar paneled stove for the community. So they were able to kind of look at sustainable projects that made people's lives better, but also fit the bill for kind of our stewardship model and making sure that the world's a little bit of a better place. And then they tried to spread their money by looking at projects that were, $25 or $40 from being complete. It allowed them to kind of spread their money a little bit further. And then we've already done a little bit of a celebration here because some of that money from last semester has already started to come back. So it means that the pot of money that we had last semester, some of that will already be back here, and then they're going to do a fundraising project for this semester. So it's great. It's like I say, as far as just the lessons it teaches and the legacy that you can leave behind and the lives that you can affect, it's a pretty sweet thing. So.
So interesting to even hear that some of the money's coming back and you're going to get to reinvest it already.
Yay!
You've earned that pizza party.
Absolutely. I like the layers that you guys are engaging in, that it reflects your own model and your own school mandate, that you want to keep paying it forward and sharing what you know with new communities as well.
I think it's so fantastic that you are looking at reinvesting the money, like year after year, class after class, because one of the big challenges for crowdfunding platforms is that people tend to make an investment as a lender, and then when the money comes back to them, they don't always reinvest it. And so I know that Kiva has come up with a new strategy on how they're using that money to reinvest, but it's really amazing to create a cycle where maybe the next class is taking that funding on, you're funding more projects or bigger projects. It's really amazing to think about that, because that is a big challenge with lending platforms. I think it's really cool that you guys are already ahead of the curve on that.